What's going on, y'all, man? This is another episode
happening?
of FBC. Man, we missing, what, 2 6s of us?
That's it.
Oh, no, Brian here. He just in a different seat. Say what up, Brian.
Hey, man, we in the building, man. What's up, FBC? Let's
Hey, so listen, man, we've got another family meeting letter.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. I love this. I like it.
This family member is from Minnesota. And they say, shout out to Minnesota. They say, Dear FBC, I'm a 34-year-old. I have a debt of $60,000. I'm enrolled in school, and I have a job that pays a little over minimum wage. I would like to get married, but I don't want my debt to fall on my spouse. My question is, should I inform my partner of my debt and see if they still want to get married, or should I just get married and not tell them?
I love it.
deep.
See, this is a conversation that's not talked about enough. No, seriously. This is something that is not talked about enough, especially amongst people of color.
Yeah.
Black folk don't talk about their finances. You know where our biggest fights come from? It'd be straight money.
It'd be money.
It's like anytime it's time to talk
Or
about
the
the
lack
bills,
thereof.
it's like immediate attitude. We got money.
Yeah.
It's just like, why are you talking to me about this?
Right.
Just pay the bills.
Right.
Like it's I don't understand where the tension comes in with money, but is that a guy? Is that a guy
Yeah.
right now?
It's a guy.
To that young man.
But this is the thing. He kind of answered
He's
it.
34, so that's almost middle-aged.
Yeah. He's a fairly young man.
He is.
$60,000
In debt.
is a lot of money.
And what is minimum wage in where is he from?
Minnesota.
But honestly,
It
is
doesn't matter.
$60,000 a lot of debt? How old is he?
34.
So has he been to school?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
He's
That's
in
what
school.
I'm
No, he's
like-
currently in school.
Yeah, he's currently in school.
Yep.
He's currently
So
in
he's not
school.
going to be in debt for the rest of his life.
No.
But
Depending on what he went to school for.
Right.
Now, if he went,
Right.
I got a bachelor's in psychology.
oh man, don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
some people can do stuff with psychology.
And there's a
Don't do
lot
that.
of people that, well, I get it. I mean, they did. I was always told that the athletes got psychology degrees a lot because it was just easier. It was easier to get through, which I don't understand because I took psychology in college, and it was one of the hardest courses
Wow.
I ever took in my life.
Wow.
So psychology is
Like,
not.
I don't
easy.
understand how that could be deemed an easy subject.
It's not.
Well,
There's
most
nothing
people
about
that
it.
take
human
that
behavior.
subject don't
Right.
become psychologists.
What you mean?
I mean,
Most
most
don't, 'cause
people.
you got to be a doctor.
Right.
You got to do a lot of school to
So you got
become
to get a PhD.
Most people that I hear that say they went to school for psychology are not psychologists.
The real psychologists are the ones that actually go. I believe they go to medical school,
Right.
Because
You
they
have to
can
get a
write
master.
prescriptions,
Right.
Because
I think you have to get a
Okay.
master's.
Okay.
I think some people just get it because it sounds good.
So
anyway,
are we saying
so
he's a
my bad.
psychologist?
Anyway,
A psychologist or what are we saying?
Well, I don't know.
No, we just veered off on a
veered off.
tangent.
Yeah.
$60,000. We don't know. He's in school, so we're saying that this is mainly school debt.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're
Well, he
gathering.
is 34 too, though.
Yeah.
Life could have been lifing.
Right.
He could have got credit card debt as well.
Life,
Because
life's easy.
at 34,
facts.
it's easy to pile up $60,000 of debt.
He just got sentenced at 30.
Absolutely.
He was still out probably kicking it till about 30.
Absolutely. So I
Bro, that's school, a car.
Right.
Like, that's not hard to hit.
it's not. No, 60 is
Yeah.
easy to get.
It's easy to get rid of too. It's not really a lot of debt. Like when I hear $60,000 worth of debt, I hear, oh, that ain't bad. I've
Well,
heard worse.
That's talking.
Yeah, for sure,
that's
for sure,
that's
for sure.
coming from a man who
Who's
has a career
experienced,
Right.
right?
and is in
Yeah.
a position to where you can pay $60,000 worth of debt.
Right.
He's saying that
He's overwhelmed.
He's most
So
definitely
obviously,
underwater.
he's overwhelmed. So the question is, should he communicate this to his potential spouse?
right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
For sure.
I feel like, especially in Atlanta where we are, it's a lot of posing going on.
It
man.
is.
Yeah.
These folks be out here
Straight have you
wearing
thinking-
Gucci shoes with no car,
Thinking they millionaires.
Bally belt with, You know, it's like you in your mama's room. It's like
living in your car.
Okay.
Right, taking pictures in front of other people's car. Atlanta's known for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you talk about something as sacred as marriage, and you talk about entering into not only this covenant from a spiritual standpoint, but from a business standpoint, this is a contractual agreement.
Yeah.
This is a lifelong contract. This is a lifelong sentence. So it's like you gonna go into that and have her find out after she's already married you?
I think you
brother?
put yourself in a position to where she don't have to uphold it. You know what I'm saying? She could be like
divorce court.
Yeah, she could just be
Facts.
like, you know what? You didn't tell me that up front. That's not what I married. I didn't understand. So she might find it out. So
Well, I don't know. I don't know, babe, because when we first got married, you know, I ain't have it like that.
You weren't 34 years old either.
I wasn't.
But, were you honest about what you did have or didn't have, or she knew you enough to already know?
Right.
She was too young to ask those type of questions.
That's true.
She knew I had my own townhouse. She knew I had my own car, and she knew I had a job.
And you was paying your bills.
And I was paying my bills. So from her she came from her parents' house to my house. So when that happened, and you know, before we got married, you know, she was coming over. I was working the night shift. You know,
Right.
You know,
Shut up.
you know.
Why does it always have to enter the conversation?
Why does what have to enter the conversation?
Those little jabs.
That wasn't a jab.
I mean,
I love you so much.
I know.
I love you so much.
I love you so
But
much.
anyway,
We get it.
You felt attacked?
no, I didn't feel attacked. I just like-
She's not saying that you was attacking her.
Hey, the
She's saying you always bring up
The
sexual
family members are
innuendo.
gonna come for you, bro.
Oh,
Hey, sexual
was it about the
innuendo.
sexual
You know how-
innuendo?
That's what it is.
Oh yeah,
bro.
I'ma always
Bro.
do that because that's what I do.
You know how Beyonce got the beehive? You got the family members, bro.
God, the
Family members
cousins.
gonna come for you about that.
Cousins.
Hey, well,
The cousin.
listen.
The cousins is in the building.
Well, I'm that uncle gonna make you feel uncomfortable when I'm around auntie. You understand? But yeah, it's like she was too young to ask those type of questions. It was just like one of those things where she had the mindset, whatever it is, we gonna figure it out.
But I will say, like, it was challenging, I guess, for me, even though we obviously made it through it. But by the time we got to being ready to buy a house, then, like, you had already experienced life, so then your credit was shot. But I ain't have no money, so it was like we had
Did you
to
even
use
have credit?
my credit.
Oh, so you had credit.
I had credit,
Okay.
but he had the money, so we had to mix and match. I was just like, oh man, like I didn't get to do nothing with my credit before
Right.
we just like
Yeah.
the begining of our marriage was my credit.
Y'all
you know what I'm
getting it out the
saying?
mud. Y'all got it out the
Yeah,
mud.
yeah.
Amy whole beginning of our marriage was bad credit. Both of us had bad credit.
It was horrible.
And
what I'm saying.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, was
It was
it?
horrible. That was, and thinking love gonna get us through.
Right.
Love's gonna get us through it.
Hey,
Man,
no.
I'm telling you, that's where the trauma came
That's
from.
where the trauma.
That's where the trauma. So now we okay. We financially okay.
Right.
So, but
Right.
even now it's like, you gotta pay them bills.
Right.
Oh, he be on
It's
me now.
immediate.
Listen, let me tell you, he is the best when it comes to bill paying. He is
it's
the
hard.
best because I don't know
Yeah,
something in my
Especially
mind.
this last cycle
Yeah.
when that new car just hit. I was like, hold up, what you said it was? Oh, wait a minute, what?
I just brought him the card.
Okay,
I was
no,
like, here,
There
man.
you go.
Here you go, baby.
Here's that
I'm
new
like,
car you bought me.
Thank you.
So I'm like, you sent me the bills yet? Send me the bills. She sent me the bills. I'm like,
Reality strike. You settle into it.
I'm like, now I
Yeah.
did these numbers before I did these numbers.
Oh man.
So, we paid the bills. Praise the Lord.
Right.
But I was like, hey, now I said, hey, we need to make sure these things on the up and up now. You cut all these channels.
And she-
Well, you cutting all the Netflix.
Hey, we could be streaming. Well, that TV downstairs need to be on stream, bro.
Hey, I'm telling you, this is her. This is where Amy's gifted at.
What?
She knows how to cut the fat.
Trim the fat.
She know how to cut the fat, but she'll have us raw.
Right.
She will have us raw.
Yeah.
We will be skinned.
That's
but
my
she knows
philosophy.
how to cut the fat. So
Hey, but Jay, so here's the thing, just to all of that, you know what I'm saying? You said she know how to cut the fat, but you have to. What if you don't divulge the things that need the fat cut?
And that's the problem. That's what I'm saying. I had bad debt. He had bad debt.
That's what I'm saying.
So y'all came into the marriage not telling each other.
No, we didn't even talk about that because we never had that conversation.
And you were young. You were young in love.
Love was gonna get us. Love was gonna take care of us.
A lot of these young kids think like that.
No, really, you think so stupid. And I'm saying we never had the conversation. But if we had that conversation, things would have been different.
What would you have done differently?
Because I would have had to get myself together
before you got married,
and he would have had to get himself together.
Okay, so because
that's major.
Both of you knew you had the debt. So what were you?
We were ignoring it. It didn't exist.
Okay,
like in my head,
debt. We were ignoring no bill. Listen, when people be talking about dodging creditors over the phone, I was so elusive. I knew how to dodge creditors like I was in the Matrix. Like, they're like, for real. This was real. So, for me,
I just ignored it.
I just act like, man, I did that with everything.
Yeah.
I ended up in jail.
Right.
Oh, my goodness.
Tickets?
Over tickets.
What's that? Rip, trash. That thing, you know, I got warrants in 4 different counties. Right. Because I'm just ripping up tickets. So I was young, I was dumb, I was immature, and I did immature things.
Right.
So for me, for that young man, because you're still 34, you are still young enough to make good decisions. You know you got debt. You understand that it's dead. The fact that you're communicating and talking about it and writing about it and inquiring about it lets me know that you want to pay that debt. And you want to do the right thing. So continue on that path and let your fiance know this is what I'm dealing with. I understand if you want to take some time and not get married right away.
Right.
Or we can work together, come up with a plan,
she
and
might
knock it down together.
You telling her she might be the wisdom that you need to help you come up with a better plan.
That's right.
I just think, not sharing is not the move.
Yeah,
I don't think you should start your relationship with deception.
Because that's like you building your whole relationship off of a lie, and it's going to fall. The problem is when it does fall, it's going to hurt you more than it hurt her. Because her come up, she learned from you.
That's right.
You taught her a valuable lesson on trusting and moving forward. So she gonna upgrade, and you gonna be sitting there looking at her, and she gonna have her body and be looking good, and you gonna be looking like, I messed that up. I should have just told her the truth in the beginning.
Right.
I should have listened to my family members on FBC.
That's right.
You should have, bro.
Okay, so of course we saying, okay, I hear that, but obviously there's a fear about disclosure. So how does he deal with the fear of
if she
disclosure?
can't handle the truth, she ain't for you.
She ain't for
you rather learn that lesson on the front end than to have kids, get close with the family. You got her siblings' kids calling you uncle and auntie, and then y'all break up, and then it's weird at family reunions because y'all got kids. You show up and that's my auntie ex-husband.
Right? Yeah.
You don't want to be that guy, do you?
You don't want to be the weird dude still hanging around.
Come on, man.
Like, don't do that.
Every decision you make opens up a door for a whole new reality for you.
Yeah.
So if you sit up there and just look at it, right now it's just a small decision. Oh, I'm afraid to tell the truth. Oh, I'm afraid. And I'm not trying to chump you off. But hear me. If you don't make the right decision now, the 10 years from now, you is going to want to punch you right now in the face.
Yeah.
I think that's really what it is. I think if you just face the fear.
Yeah.
So just imagine you're asking us our opinion and we're saying, hey, been there, done that. It don't feel good. It don't turn out right.
No.
So, and it causes a lot of stress, undue stress. Because again, our trauma in our relationship comes from those lies, that omission, not telling each other. So now even in our marriage today, we still have arguments, or not arguments, there'd be petty spats.
Right.
They were arguments. Sometimes they used to get real bad.
Yeah.
Now it's like every time we talk about money, this is Amy. Every time we talk about money, you get that attitude. And I'm sitting here like, you're right. I don't know where this is coming from. Why in the world do I tense up so bad?
I know where it come from.
Where is that?
Because I know where mine come from. I work too doggone hard.
Yeah.
And pay all these doggone bills so that I can have peace of mind and do what I want to do.
And I'm gonna do.
And I should not have to be questioned about that. Now I'm gonna be. Can be vulnerable. Me and Constance got into it. We had a whole situation.
Yeah.
This is right after I just did a whole situation on Not Today Devil.
Yeah.
I goes home. We kicking it and different things like that, and we going over finances, taking care of business or whatever. And I'm like, all right, man, I'm getting ready to pay some bills. What's your credit cards looking like? I want to knock out your credit cards. Let's do that. And she said, okay. And she's taking a long time. So I'm like, hey, babe, you forgot about the bills?
Oh, Lord.
So she sends it to me. Mm-hmm. I look at the number and say, oh. I said, hey, babe, when did you get all these credit cards?
Yeah.
And this is the amount that's owed. What's the max on all these credit cards?
Oh, yeah.
Because I have no idea you got all this extra unaccounted for funds. Mm-hmm. She goes, you go what you go.
Uh-oh. Constantine.
What'd you say?
Let's hear what you went. Yeah.
First of all, I told him what the max was on it. And I told him,
And then she gave me time to process that. I said, say what?
and then I was sharing with him because we had a conversation that we were going to pay on these bills. We were supposed to pay these bills at a different time. But then, we made some other decisions. We switched it up. It was like, hold on, we're going to do this at this time. He just didn't know what the amount was. So, you know what I'm saying? He has his money, and I have mine, and then we have ours.
No.
Right.
So no.
Hold on, because we got to get into that.
No, that's
My money
right there.
My money takes care of everything expense wise.
I'm talking about the extra, babe. I'm talking about the extra. I'm talking about the extra.
Let's call him.
So,
go ahead.
So he planned what he was going to do with his extra, and I planned what I was going to do with my extra. So my extra was going. I was like, I already know I need to pay off my credit cards.
Gotcha.
So the reason why, so he knew I had the credit cards. He don't remember, but we had got into a whole thing about when I first got the credit cards.
I remember.
Okay, so Jason, so boom. So you remember that I ended up having to tell him I have credit cards.
Yes, I remember that.
So the whole thing was, in that my husband is great at paying bills. He's great at paying. He's amazing at paying bills. He's also amazing at spending money.
If the bills are paid, I should be able to spend what I want to spend.
So that's how, and I am a great saver. So I said,
don't try to make this don't try to put the halo over your head.
No, hold on.
So you asked me.
That's where
okay, go. I'm sorry. Not the day devil.
So my whole thing in not disclosing the complete amount is because when he gets ready to spend, you heard what he just said. Mm-hmm. So after
No, let her finish.
Go ahead and finish, but put a pin there.
You gotta let her
go ahead.
It's a couple pins.
Oh yeah, I'm coming back.
Laid.
Bang bang.
So my reason for not saying all of the details was because I wanted to be able to, when he said, babe, I want this, I want this, I want to be able to just boop. You don't even have to think about it. Boop, boop. So I had to have a stash because he makes great money. Mm-hmm. But we live well too. That's right. He pays for it all.
That's right.
So I'm like, with what I make, and I make decent money, I take care, all of the extra stuff for the kids. I do like groceries. I do all of the extra stuff. Mm-hmm. That's what I take care of, and we have agreed upon that. He's going to make sure we're living well, and I'm going to take care of all the extra stuff.
That's right.
But when he asks for stuff, it makes me cringe that he asks for stuff, and I'm like, gosh, what am I going to do? So for me, I was like, I need to give myself a little more flex so I could.
Shut up, B.
So that was my thing.
Hey, now.
So.
No, I get what you're going with.
That was my thing. Now, granted, I told him and I apologized to him. I was like, you know what? At this point, like I don't want to keep having the run-ins. So to the guy's point, with him not telling, asking if should he not tell, this is what happens when you don't tell. The person gets upset. Now, the bill is going to get paid, but him not knowing makes him feel like, oh, I can't trust you. When I'm like, I'm doing a good thing. I'm just trying to make sure
you got
what you need.
That's right.
But the thing is, like, your non-disclosure in this circumstance sounds like a consideration. So is a non-disclosure sometimes a consideration?
Well, hold on. No, that's a real thing.
What we talking about?
That's a real thing.
That was my thinking. However, when I see how my thinking, and this is something you have to consider, which is why you got to just say it. And that's why I told him, I was like, we're not going to have this conversation anymore because I'm just going to tell you. Now, when it comes time for, the spending or whatever, either we're going to spend it or I'm just be like, no, we're not spending that.
Or we don't have it.
Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, me not disclosing it, I realized that it made him feel like he couldn't trust me.
But like, I get it, but you are a special case.
No.
I've seen Constance. I've seen what she does.
You're ill-advised.
No. And some of the things you asked for.
That's the thing. That's the thing, Jay. What he asked for.
Yeah. Come on, man. See, y'all saying the wrong thing. These are trigger words, man. Ask for, considering. What? First of all, let me explain something to you guys, okay? Don't hide things from me.
Right.
As if I'm a child or as if I'm a grown man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when it's something that we need or something that I want, I got enough sense. I know how to manage my stuff on my own to get it. That's one.
Okay.
That's the first pen. Take that pen out. Let's go to the next pen. Okay.
Stick a pin in that one, though, too. Stick a pin in that pen.
You're trying to stick a pin in my situation?
No, I'm saying
Pause.
stick a pin. Pause. All around.
All around.
Stick a pin in that pen.
Okay. So you almost made me forget my next pen. The next pen. So when I want things, do I not just go get it?
Sometimes.
Most of the freaking time.
Yeah, most of the time.
Right.
But then there are things that you want.
Yeah, when we talking about Valentine's Day, when we talking about birthdays, when we talking about anniversaries and stuff like that, when you ask me what I want, yes, those are the things. Okay,
those are a lot of things.
And those things
are things that
hold on. And those things, but what I'm saying is the things that you asked for.
Yes, sir.
What am I asking for, Constance?
So
what am I asking for?
Hold on, no. I'll give you one. I'll give you one.
What?
Because when you asked for the dog. The dog was at least over $1,000.
She wanted the dog too.
It don't matter. That was your gift, though.
Jay, which dog?
Right, because y'all got two.
It's been.
You had two Rottweilers.
This is not going to turn into that, bro.
No. We're not owe you. What I'm saying is some of the things that you. When I ask for Amy, I might ask for a bottle of cologne or new watch, something of that nature. My gifts might be in between.
So what you trying to say, Jay?
What I'm saying is she needs those credit cards to support just the 4 times in a year that you ask for something. It's $8,000.
No, it's not true.
It's 8 to 10
it's
grand.
Not true.
I've witnessed it firsthand.
What have you witnessed?
When your list comes out,
my Lord,
when your list is disclosed,
I be feeling bad for sis,
bro. Constance, I've seen it over the years.
Yeah.
I've seen Constance literally have to, because I've seen the list. Once it's disclosed, once the list drops, birthday list, Valentine, whatever it is. Right. I'm just saying, bro.
What did I say that I wanted for Valentine's Day? I've been watching my boy D. Roberts.
He said cologne.
My boy D. Roberts been putting me up on game, man. Derek Roberts, my bro. Yeah. Hey, man, the Christian Clive Christian, I gotta have it.
Yeah,
I ain't even smelled it.
But no,
but the way
I watched those too.
The way he described, I'm like, but I've got to have me some Clive.
How much is a bottle of Clive Christian?
It's like $500.
Right, that's not normal.
That is not a lot of money,
bro,
for the person you love.
Listen to what
Do
I'm
you
saying.
know what I spent on this woman?
No. See, that's the problem.
Yeah,
she's simple. She likes the.
She's simple, but I don't gift her simple.
But that's your thing.
You
Just
put-
like it
you-
is
you
for me
putting
too.
You putting you on her.
Right. And listen,
Dang, bro.
me and Amy have the same issue.
We talked about this
the
in the
same
last
exact
episode.
problem. So I know my wife. Like I know her. She is
I'm not
simple.
complaining. Let me just say
No, because I'm finna get simple in the mud.
He had-
Valentine's Day, we going to Tarjay,
You being
and we
petty,
going to
bro.
get
Now
that
you being
Christian
petty.
He has
line.
me riding.
bro.
He has me riding nice. He has me. He buys
Absolutely.
most of my clothes.
He takes care of his
I
wife.
buy all of your clothes.
It doesn't matter.
90%.
That's what you listen. What I'm saying is I get it. So you want reciprocal energy.
No, it's not about reciprocal. I'm just saying the times.
So what is it about?
The times of the year that we celebrate each other. You wouldn't want me to come to the table. I'm bringing you filet mignon. You bringing me JJ's.
I mean, but JJ's is straight.
And JJ's is most
JJ's is
definitely
good.
straight.
And you know what? I'm good with it. And I'll be good with it when she brings it. There's been time when she's getting me gifts that weren't as extravagant as the gift that I get her. And babe, that's what's up, man. I
I've been in
appreciate
that boat a many a time.
You feel what I'm saying?
I had to teach Amy.
That's what
Like,
we
for real,
do.
for real. I had to teach my
not a
baby
good gift
because she
giver.
was horrible with the gift giving.
That's why he gives me a list because it was because I'm simple and I learned his love language.
Constance comes from a family where they didn't celebrate Christmas until they were 20.
No, until I was in the 7th grade.
Oh,
To be
wow.
extra.
Okay, gotcha.
But
That's just as
but I am the reason why I'm simple is because we had a large family and my dad was very frugal. So like to come out of the frugal mentality to someone who is
The only
on
child.
spending
That's a part.
it was a major shift for me. And so when shifting, like sometimes my picks don't be up to par. Like for his liking. I might think it's nice, but for his
When
liking.
have I complained
and so,
about a gift you brought me, babe?
babe, we're talking early years. We're
No,
talking early
'cause,
years.
Now, here's the thing.
I definitely have bought gifts that you didn't like.
In the season that you're in now, things have changed.
For
Things
sure.
have
I would say things have changed.
You're
in the
definitely
season
happy.
that we're in now. But prior to this season, there was pressure out here. Man.
You're saying when we were struggling, I had those same requests? Is that what you're saying?
No. There was a transition in y'all lives. I remember the transition.
Okay.
When you started making more money, things got easier.
Right.
And of course, because you're making more money, you're ready to spend more money.
Right.
But you got to realize she was still in frugal mentality. You weren't. That was the transition. So now your gifts are getting bigger. They're getting better because I can afford more. I have it to give. I want to show her this. I haven't shown her before. I can't wait to spend $1,000 on this and do that. That's what you do. That's what you do. You got big heart.
The thing about it was his money got bigger than before my money.
Right. So y'all lopsided.
He would pay for the bills and then buy me amazing gifts and then be like, all right, babe. You know what I'm saying?
Your turn.
And I'm like,
I would not put that pressure on you. You put that pressure on you because you love me.
So listen.
Okay.
I want to make sure you're happy.
That's it.
A point that Jay made, like a point like Jay just made. He just said, man, as a man, those are things that you've provided. And
That's what we do.
Did. So when it comes to this brother who's asking us this question, obviously that's one of his considerations as far as where he is and what he's able to provide
I got you.
for his relationship and the fears that come from that.
For
so
sure.
where we
And
speaking to
competing
concerning
with-
that?
Social media.
Come on.
What? Listen, you got to know.
Nah, I never competed with that.
No, you didn't have to. See,
But this
man is
generation-
34.
With his one.
This generation does. But I'm saying, you can't. You can't just try to just make believe a situation into existence. You know what I'm saying? And walk like you got this and walk like you got that. You got to be real with yourself. You got to be realistic. When I was making $7-8 a freaking hour, right? It's like I wasn't trying to. My extravagant gift giving was I just went to Walmart and spent $60 on bras and panties.
Right.
And I bring it home.
That's true.
Babe, oh my goodness, he's so cute. Try him on for me. You know what I'm saying? And you make the best out of what you got.
Absolutely.
And I'm saying that trouble don't always last that way. This is a season in your life, man.
it's all it
Just
is.
like you got summer, spring, winter, fall. Man, you got times in your life now. Man, don't put so much pressure on you in your youth.
I agree.
Don't do that. You see social media and you
He's
get
not
this.
really a youth, though.
He's 34, which is still in my book.
You should have your stuff together.
You should definitely have your.
That's a big statement.
The page should be turning.
Right.
The page should be turning.
Right. That's all I'm saying. It's the transition.
Yeah.
This is where things are clicking. Now.
Right. Which is why he's asking the question.
Right.
So 34.
They are clicking for him. I get
what
that.
were we at 34?
34. You were working. You had
No cross.
The increase had happened. At least one of them. Yep.
That was the first one. Mm-hmm. But we were still in the process of losing the house.
Yeah, we
was in the process of losing our home.
Oh, for sure. Mm-hmm.
At 34, the increase that came, it just came late.
Right.
Okay.
It came on time.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we were in the process of losing our home. We had tried to go through what do they call it?
Loan.
No, litigation.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, lost mitigation.
But how did you get there? Arm loan.
It was the arm loan.
Oh, yeah.
Arm loan.
It was an adjustable rate.
Adjustable.
That
That's arm
freaking
loan.
balloon.
Right. So when we got in the house, man, we was 20, 21 years old.
Mortgage was $300 a month.
No, mortgage was like $950.
Right.
For a 4-bedroom.
4-bedroom, 2,800 square feet. 4-bedroom, Jonesboro, nice, brand new neighborhood, built from the ground up house.
Atlanta dream.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
So we thinking we doing something. After about 2 years, it wasn't the first year,
No. 2 years it went up like $100.
right?
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what they do.
But then it kept going on. By the time it got to the point where it was too much, we was paying like $1,800
Right.
from 9. So
that's
it
double.
went up.
But
it doubled.
$1,800 at that time.
was a lot of money.
That's huge.
That
was a lot of money.
That was
$1,800 at that time was like 3 G's.
Right.
Exactly. We could have been in a way not. We should have had about 3,500 square feet
Right.
for that amount. So, in the process of we got behind, and we were trying to catch up. But when you're late and you're going through loss mitigation, they don't accept payments unless you can pay everything.
Right.
So it's like, well, dang. We got the money for this month. I just got a raise. I'm doing good.
They want it all.
No, we got to go back. So it started accruing.
That junk was like $25,000.
20, right? And
we didn't pay it in like over a year.
Right, because by the time they wouldn't accept their payment, so it went like a whole year. So it's like we had money.
Yeah.
Because we wasn't paying no mortgage.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So we was just pocketing $1,900 a month.
If you ain't gonna take it,
We'll take it. You know what I mean? We'll figure it out.
But man, and I say this to say, man, seasons change, man. You just gotta not be so stuck at looking at the situation.
Yeah.
You gotta keep moving.
And just be vigilant. I mean, be vigilant and be honest.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is just listen, bro. You got to let her know.
Yeah.
Because it's either going to save y'all relationship or it's going to save you.
Right.
Because if she down for the ride, y'all relationship has been saved.
Right.
Because now she respects you more for being honest. But if she not down for the ride, you just saved you. Yeah. Heartbreak, pain, anything else that you was going to go through with that situation, you've now saved yourself from it. So either way, by being honest, you saving something.
And a God-given woman gonna help you up out that situation.
Listen, man.
There's gonna be wisdom in that woman, bro.
And I would, yes, to that point, I would encourage you though, when you're already like you're working a job where you feel like you're struggling already and then you're in debt, I wouldn't take that next step of adding that extra responsibility until you get some stability about your financial situation. So even though you've told her like, yeah, I'm working on it, I'd rather us not cross that bridge until I've worked some stuff out. That's what I would encourage, just because as a man, once you cross over that marriage threshold, your mind goes to a whole different space of providing. You hear him, he paying all the bills. So you're thinking, if that's going to be my mindset, I don't want to be defeated before I even get started. And if you jump ahead just out of excitement, and even if she down for it, just at least have enough discipline to say, let me get some stability about this debt let me get something rocking where I'm knocking it out before we take that next step. So I'm not bringing you into a situation where I'm going to be a butthole because I'm going to be mad.
Right. Me.
Be like Jay when you talk about money. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
It's a trigger now.
Hey, I watch the TV.
It becomes a trigger now. It's like, hey, man, I'm in my peaceful zone. You don't want to talk about the money is the enemy.
TV. You see the TV
Bills is the enemy.
So are we saying that he should be progressive in the situation as he discloses the situation?
For sure.
If she's a real one, she gonna rock with you.
Because have a plan is what Constance is saying.
That's all I'm saying.
She's saying have a plan. She's saying when you present this to her, have a plan. Hey, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm taking care of the debt. This is what I'm paying per month. But by me paying this per month, it takes away from some of the things that we normally do.
Right.
It's going to be some crunch time here.
Right.
Are you willing to ride this out?
That
with me?
part. Give her that respect, and then and don't feel like, you know, even if she choose to say, you know, let's hold off, babe. I don't want to do that. That don't mean she don't love you.
No,
that just might be more than she can chew right now.
Absolutely.
And respectfully.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's
respectful.
fine.
It doesn't mean that it's over.
Right.
It just means she wants you to
take some more time. Keep working your plan.
And I don't know where your faith is, man, but man, for us, man, we had to really rely on God, like, seriously.
Oh yeah.
Like it was to the point where I'm a natural born hustler. Anybody that know me from back in the day, man, I could sell salt to a slug straight up. And nothing I was doing was working. No amount of hustle could match the amount of money I needed in the little bit of time that I had.
Right.
And it was one of those situations where I had to trust God. So I did. And God literally began to lead me and guide me. And I know it was him because he had me doing stuff I would never do. He had me call this one lady who I would have never called, because when you're talking to a realtor, you got to put them all in your business.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm a very private person.
Right. Full disclosure.
And this person, it's like, you know, she's sweet as heart, man. But at the time, I just felt like, you know, if I tell her, everybody gonna know my business.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I heard God clear as day say, call such and such. And I was like, who? Me? Long story short, I did. We ended up short selling our home. We ended up in a 7-bedroom. We went from a 4-bedroom home to a 7-bedroom home, 3,400 square feet, 3-car garage, paying almost 30% less than what we were paying in the home. And then, you know, the Bible talks about making your enemy your footstool. SunTrust, the bank that the house was mortgaged through, ended up having to send us a check 2 to 3 times after we left. So if you get stuck looking at what's in front of you, like it looks like you're doing according to this letter, then you'll get stuck there. Like Jay said, write it down, make a plan. Start visualizing yourself, you and your family, and envisioning the future. What do you want? What are some things that you do? You went to school. You're in school. Where do you want that degree to take you? Success moves at the speed of relationships. Who's in your circle? You may have some friends you need to let go. You may have some friends you need to get around, you know. And we did that. We started hanging around a lot of older people.
Change your environment.
Change your environment. These are all things all of us had to do. Mocha isn't here, but I'm sure Brian can attest for her. All of us had to make these decisions in our younger years in order to get to even where we are today. Not that we've arrived.
No, by no means.
We still working.
And we all still get up and go to work every day.
Exactly.
One of us. We work hard for
you know
our
what I'm
money.
saying? Even Brian, as an entrepreneur, he gets up and he probably works harder than all of us.
Every last one of us. Right. Absolutely.
You know, he's an entrepreneur. I think people hear entrepreneur and they think, oh man, that's what's up, man. You work for yourself. No, that means the grind is real.
Every day, I got to look for some money.
It's on him.
What's that Rick Ross song?
Every day. But I'm gonna say this because I just want to kind of get into how me and Amy do things. So a lot of people, and I hear a lot of people, married couples, young married couples, even older married couples, and what works for you works for you. What works for us works for us.
Right.
Me and her have never separated our finances. Her money was my money. My money was her money.
Same thing.
We've always shared money. There's not an account she does not have access to. She can do whatever she need to do because I fully trust her. One. I think a lot of people don't like to share finances or because of the disclosure. Because in order to share finances, we all got to know where we are. We got to know what's coming in. We got to know what's going out. It starts to expose everything about who you are. So if you got a fetish or something freaky, nasty that you like to do, that account is gonna tell it all. That account gonna tell it all.
And when they say she,
hold on. So I think a lot of that comes. Your finances tells a story about you.
Yeah.
It tells what you like to do, what you don't like to do. Do you like to pay bills?
Yeah.
I've always had, because we struggled so much when we were coming up, I developed a fear of not having money.
a what?
A fear of
not
having money.
Sure.
Oh, I get that.
Like I would not pay a bill.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to make sure it was a certain amount of money in the account.
Right.
Or I put money
what I
on
did
the
when we
bill.
were younger.
And that almost got us a divorce.
Yeah. But see, for us, it never got that serious, but it did come to a place where me and her had to talk.
Yeah.
And that talk was like, you know what? Because she did it at one point, and then I did it at one point. Or I'll take over the bill from her, and I'll catch everything up, and then I'll start feeling what she was feeling. Because now when you get that little breathing room, and you got everything paid, and everything's at zero balance, you start to feel a certain type of way.
Right.
But then you look at that account, and you like, dang, well, I ain't got cheese for a cheese, bro.
I can't even go to Miller's. I can't get me no JJ's.
Yeah, we in the store writing checks, praying it don't go through till 2 days later.
Like, if I do it, it'll go through on Friday.
Right, we had it calculated. We had it
calculated. You got to go after 5 p.m.
Right,
I remember that.
We had those days and those struggles,
Yes.
and we did it together.
Yeah.
It was never a moment where she didn't know what was going on with me. I didn't know what was going on with her. It was always a togetherness.
Right.
Yeah.
And I encourage a lot of young couples to consider doing that.
Yeah.
One, it keeps you honest. It also keeps you accountable. Because when you share finances, now you got somebody watching your back.
Right.
Yeah.
And it ain't like, oh, I'm trying to hover over you and tell you how to spend your money. It's just like a gentle, hey, babe, don't forget. We got to pay this. Or, hey, babe, don't forget. We got to do that. So before we go to Nobu, let's make sure these bills are paid.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you learn how to prioritize and you learn how to work together and you learn how to communicate when you share finances.
So I agree. We don't quite do it like that. I have an account, she has an account, and then we have a joint
That's right.
that feeds into it. And the joint is like the operational.
Yeah.
All of the bills
money.
get paid, and I need boom. All right, it's in there. Check. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh yeah.
But I agree with you. I just like the element of surprise. You know what I'm saying? How could we do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But see, I get what you
know what I'm
where you're
saying?
going with that. It's still a way to do that without doing, like, I buy her gifts. And I know she'd be like, well, dang, how you get the money to buy them gifts? It's because I have been putting up. I have been moving money. I might put it in my Apple Pay or something like that.
Right.
I might move it to a savings account. And it just looks like the savings account is growing, but that money's there for a reason.
Yeah.
So you have ways of being able to work around it and do what needs to be done. Or you might put it on a credit card.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Facts.
That's why you do certain things.
Yeah,
So
that's why big spender over here.
she's a big spender because of you.
Magic Don Juan over here.
Bro, I know she spent about $10,000 on you.
Hey, man, listen.
Over the course of some years.
Well, I'm getting ready to pay it off.
Oh my
Right,
goodness, that's
right.
so easy. She way above that. Way above that.
He said in a year.
I think, and Amy, tell me what you think, but I feel like with a lot of young people too, there's this prideful shame. Let me be the first one to say we were on EBT.
Oh yeah.
You had our moments. She lost her job.
Yeah.
She
Caps.
she held us down
My kids was
in the
going
beginning.
I ain't have no shame in mine. I'm like, y'all was taking it out my check.
Vouchers.
Right.
Constance
Right.
became a pro at filling out the paperwork, making sure our stuff kept going. And we relied on that. So
For some years.
for some years. So to the young people out there, take advantage of those things. Not that you stay there, because for us it was humbling, because it was like, man, we really need it. But once we got to the point where we went to the grocery store and EBT told us we cutting y'all off, why? What we do? And then we realized, oh shoot, we don't qualify.
Right.
We good.
We good, yeah.
So then we had to learn how to
How to manage your money.
manage
your money.
How to
so
manage
that
your money.
well, they say we good. We need to see how we
Right.
good.
Yeah.
And it's slowly but surely. But what I'm saying is, when you find the one that you're in love with, you should be able to do that together and enjoy that journey and not just be stuck. You know what I'm saying? Amy, what you think?
You know what? I think he should do whatever he wants to, because at 34, just do whatever.
I mean, 34.
I'm so sorry, but like,
Look, bro.
I'm just
You want him to lie?
wondering why.
You want him to lie for
No,
real?
You
I
saying
know,
it's a
no.
20-year-old question?
Like,
Oh, man, we can't do it.
We
like
can't
that.
do him like that, man. We can't do the family member like that. Hey, but she that
I'm
auntie though. She gonna give it to you straight.
I don't know why we're talking like, hey, dude, pay your bills, have a plan. You know, don't be getting married before you have your plan.
Yep.
You make a little bit over minimum wage, so that's not much.
Right.
So I hope you're going to school to be able to,
Pay
get more money. But
It's a
hey,
season,
bro,
man.
you 34.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey, listen,
I like it.
this girl is crazy. This girl
Jay,
is a nut. She's a whole nut, man. Because first and foremost,
I mean-
she know good and well. She basically, brother, we sorry.
Let's just,
brother.
you know, this has been another episode.
This has been another.
Family by choice. My man from Minnesota, man, we praying for you, man.
Yeah,
More
man,
power
sure.
to you,
You
man.
got this, bro.
You got this.
You got this. Be honest, bro.
The
We
seasons change.
We saying honesty though.
Honesty
Be
is the best
honest.
policy,
Be
brother.
honest.
Be honest with her, bro.
Yes.
And I do want to commend them, because I know
Yeah.
it's challenging for men to open up and be honest about
Right.
stuff
Because
like
of
that.
women
so-
like her.
Say what, Jay?
Because of women like her.
Hey,
But I commend you for seeking the wisdom. I
I do.
commend
I
you
agree,
for
bro.
it.
I agree.
You know
You
what
got
I'm
it,
saying? But yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely, the honesty is the best. Give her the opportunity to say, I'm
And
down
you
with
already
you,
making
or-
minimum wage, big dog. If she with you now, she's probably gonna stay with you.
Right.
Just go tell her the
That's true.
so
Honesty in the plan.
honesty in the plan, man. Listen, man, this has been another episode of Family by Choice, man. Keep rocking with us. Keep sending your letters in. The Gmail is on the bottom. Just send your letters in. Attention FBC, and we'll make sure that we address whatever situation you send in. Love you guys. Peace.
Out of here. Peace.